Dawn here from Enzo's, where it's not about the dog.
If you're new with us, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we answer your questions. What's our question today, Dawn?
Is my dog eating enough?
Oh,
Good question.
one.
Good question. Nobody with a fat lab is asking this question. Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'm going to say is if you truly have an issue and your dog was eating a certain amount and now all of a sudden stopped, go to your vet. Check with your vet if it's a health issue. We're going to get that one right off the table. This is not a vet question. This is my dog eating enough? Who doesn't have an issue, okay? So number one, go to your vet if you really are concerned about this, okay? Actually, I had this question by a poodle, one of our poodle dogs not too long ago. So I hope you guys are watching because this is a really good one for you. I ran into the park and you had brought this question to my attention, but I hope you guys are watching. So first thing we're going to say after the vet is, Karen, do you remember what it was? Don't baby.
In my opinion, one of the things, the biggest disservice we could do to our dog when it comes to food is to baby them. So the first thing I'm going to say is quit babying them. As Dawn says, no dog will ever purposely go on a hunger strike. Okay?
It's not in their DNA, you guys.
And dogs do something because it gets something for them. So one day they didn't eat their breakfast and you felt horrible because they didn't eat their breakfast. And so you gave them chicken on top of it. So next time you lay your dog's food down there, it's going to look at you like, excuse me, where's my chicken?
Where's my chicken?
And so if you want your dog to eat kibble, just kibble, then just give them kibble. Okay? Yeah. If you want your dog to eat kibble with chicken, go ahead. It's your dog. I don't care. But don't call me and say my dog won't eat its kibble because when you've been feeding it chicken on its kibble and now it won't eat its kibble. Dogs are smart.
Yep.
They will withhold to get that chicken.
Absolutely.
So don't baby them. Quit changing the food.
Yeah.
Keep it the same.
Things.
Yeah.
So don't baby them. Good. If you want to build some drive in your dog and get them to eat a little bit more, dogs naturally eat by foraging. So you can forage in different ways. One thing is you can take a handful of food and throw it in the bottom of their kennel. And that's a really easy way to do it. And they eat off the bottom of the kennel.
And they build drive. And it's fun and they have to find it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
You can hide the food like under even just a towel, right? Because they find it and it's exciting. So foraging is a really good way to get your dog to eat a little bit more. But then always go back to when my dog's done eating, they're done eating. Like dogs have an internal gauge on how much they actually should eat. Again,
Gordo doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't? Would he just eat?
He would eat, yeah.
Oh, wow. So there are those dogs in the fat lab, right? They have something in them that says eat more, eat more.
It's kind of like me, but anyway, another question.
It's the same. I know, push away from the table. No. So foraging is a really good way. So Karen already hit on not changing the food up. Now, if you do find a brand of food, Karen's big on this. If you find a brand.
Yeah. I think it's super important for allergies. I've done a whole bunch of research. I'm a very allergic person myself, and I have an allergic dog at home. And I've done a lot of research on allergies. And my thought process is, after reading all of those articles, that if we only feed one food, one protein, like say chicken. Okay, I'm feeding my dog the from chicken, that eventually, just based on, body chemical stuff, that eventually your body will actually make itself allergic to chicken. So once you find the brand that you like, I think it's important to mix up the proteins so that you don't create an allergy. So chicken, one bag, lamb the next bag, beef the next bag, throw in some kangaroo. They have bison, all that kind of stuff out there now. Or you could do it by the bag, or you can mix and match so that they get a little bit in every bowl, something different. You will hear different philosophies on that. That's my opinion.
Yep.
It's my experience.
Yep. I do something different. I actually have finally found a food over so many years that all of my personal dogs and my foster dogs and any house dogs who come in here to Enzo's can all eat. It's a high quality food, and it is literally a single protein whitefish. My dogs are from 18 years old. I have a 4-month-old, or I don't even think he's that old, in the house right now. They all are on the same food. I don't have separate for puppy or anything. This food can handle
all life cycles.
All life cycles, yeah. But different dogs get different supplements with theirs. So I do add supplements in that way that can change the flavor. But I do use a single protein, because of the allergies that are in my dogs in the house. And then it's easy for when I have foster dogs or any of our house dogs here at Enzo's. They all have that food. So, but you could, if I were to get a puppy right now today, a different dog that was my puppy, I would do it the way that Karen said. I would find the food that I like, which is the food I use, and I would add different proteins all the time so that they're always it's kind of like when my kids were little, there weren't so many, things on that. My kids ate everything. I didn't say, oh, just one and one and one. They really did eat everything. And none of them have any food allergies per se. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I am a big believer in that.
And do your research. Look it up. Find what fits for you.
What fits
Some
for your
people can't be
dogs.
bothered.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And watch your dogs poop, because if it changes the poop tells everything, you guys.
So true. Oh my gosh.
We're going to do a whole video on poop.
Okay.
We really are. It's going to be the poop video. My dog's poop. Yeah. We talk about it here all the time. If you can't talk about it, don't have a dog.
Yeah.
Poop happens. It's for real, you guys. Okay, changing food. What do we say? Oh, and then making sure you do have a high quality food.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big one. So Tom got the wrong bag of food a couple weeks ago. And my dogs literally would not eat it. We put it down, and then we looked at the expiration, and the bag of food had actually expired. And it was I don't know what, it smelled so weird though.
It's the oils. The oils go rancid.
Yeah, and my dogs wouldn't eat it. I mean, that is crazy and my dogs, like, they eat not so good things sometimes.
So yeah, check expiration dates.
Yeah.
And do your research. So there's a lot of research out there. There's a lot of shaming going on out in the world, on the internet, about food and what you're feeding your dogs. Mm-hmm. So do your research. Feel good about what decision you've made.
Yeah.
And don't be bullied.
No. Oh, goodness, don't.
Right.
And then the fifth and top thing that I want to talk about here in this whole thing is hand feeding your dog. So hand feeding is literally touching the food and giving it to your dog in whatever way that is. So sometimes you can hand feed and your dogs aren't interested. So you take it, you touch the food, and you throw it in the bottom of their kennel. That is a game. We can create games. We'll have a whole we'll put something out there talking about hand feeding specifically, but hand feeding can help you know, how much food are your dogs actually eating. They might be eating more food than you think, and they might be eating enough for your specific dog. Like, I mean, so
look at their body structure.
Look at their structure and how they are. So all my dogs, I already said, eat the same food. Mooch fluctuates, like many of us, between 108 pounds and 98 pounds. Okay. During the summer, he runs more at 98. During the winter, he runs more at 108. He eats the same. He eats 1 cup of food in the morning and 1 cup at night. Okay. Same food that Clark and Abby eat. Clark eats 2 cups in the morning and 2 cups at night. And Abby eats 3 and 2. So Abby eats 5 cups of food. She's 53 pounds. Clark eats 4 cups of food. He's 70 pounds. And Mooch is 100 pounds and eats 2 cups of food. Now, if I went by what it said,
I was going to say, so what you're saying is don't go by the bag.
Don't go by the bag, you guys. Okay. If I went by the bag, I would be feeding Clark like 6 cups of food.
And he'd be a
Mooch, and he would be 300 pounds. He would be dead. It would just, that's ridiculous.
So, and look at the breed of your dog too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people like the roly-poly look, but you may have a whippet.
Don't do it.
The ribs are supposed to be showing.
We don't want roly-poly dogs.
Yeah.
We don't. No fat dogs. No.
So basically, to summarize, 1, if you think your dog is too skinny and not eating enough food, have your vet check.
Yep.
2, play games, foraging, have your dog forage for their food, do some hand feeding, play some focus games, do your obedience with their food. Instead of a cookie,
Make it fun.
they have to work for their food. Make it fun. Second thing is pick a high, or not second, but blah, 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 number is pick a high quality food and one that you're happy with that meets your lifestyle and your dog's lifestyle.
Yep.
And I said hand feed.
Oh, you did?
I did. Well, I did it with foraging.
We jumbled them up there.
Yeah.
Good.
Jumbled them all up. But send us your questions if you have any still. Send us new questions. We always like new questions.
Yep.
And remember, even with feeding, what is it?
It's not about the dog, you guys. Take care.